Hey guys, welcome back to day 6 of our spiritual fitness challenge. Today we're talking more about spiritual fitness and what it is. We've been working on our passage in 1 Timothy 4:8, which says, physical training has some benefit, but training in godliness has benefit for not only this age, but the age to come. Talk a little bit about training in the way of Jesus, because to be a disciple of Jesus means to be with him, to be like him, to do the things that he did. And so it's God's goal for you and for me to conform into the image of his son. You can read that more in Romans chapter 8, verse 28 and 9. And to conform into the image of his son is what we call spiritual formation. That's just a fancy word of becoming more and more like Jesus. John Mark Comer, he's an author and a pastor. He said, spiritual formation is not a Christian thing, but it's a human thing. Because the question isn't, are we being formed? The question really is, what are we being formed into? So we become essentially our habits. There are several different types of spiritual disciplines, and a lot of times we don't like that word disciplines. I like to call them holy habits or heart rhythms or just practices. And there's several different practices that we can do that are all really just disciplines in training our body and our mind to encounter God. These spiritual disciplines don't make us more holy, they don't make us better than the next person, and they don't give us favor with God. Truly, they help us by training the body and the mind to encounter the living God. So what we're going to work on today is the spiritual discipline of silence and solitude. This is something that Jesus himself also did, and we can read that in the scriptures. Psalm 46:10 also says, "Be still and know that I am God." So I don't know about you, but it's really hard to be still sometimes. In fact, just try it for 1 minute before your mind starts racing to what you have to do in your to-do list or what needs to be made for dinner tonight. So it's really sometimes hard to be still, but it's something that we can practice together. And really this whole silence and solitude thing is really about spending time apart from people and to be with ourselves and to be with God. And also the benefit of silence and solitude is really getting away so you can better hear God. Because sometimes God is in the divine whispers, and it's really hard to hear a whisper when things around you are so loud. So today's scripture verse is based on Psalm 46:10, "Be still and know that I am God." And the exercise is to practice stillness for 5 to 10 minutes today. Just try it and see what happens. Write down what God might be speaking to your heart in your journal, and I'll see you tomorrow.